A wise person once told me, dreams don't work unless you do.
We try so hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, certain frats, certain sororities, among certain friends. Yet the people we idolize are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure. Because even if you've walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it.
What would your future be like if you decided to want that which you desire so strongly that it prepares you past your fears, that you experience the fear, as the one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway?
Life is 10% what happens to you, is 90% what you do about it. No matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, you can take the lid off of your job. And if you're wondering if you still have the lid on in your life, here are some clues that's gonna let you know that the lid is still on. If you're not excited about waking up in the morning, if you're sitting around bored out of your mind, if you got time to do everything anybody asks you to do, you probably got the lid on. If when you tell your dreams to all your friends, it makes sense to them, you got your lid on, man. Your dreams should not make sense to everybody. You gotta say something that make people go, how you gonna do that? That's when you got the lid off. And if I were you, I'd do that. I'd take the lid off. Makes sense to me, don't it?
They're always gonna get ready to get set to get going. What we've gotta do is, boom, just like that, move into action.
Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is even though some dirt gets thrown on your dream, instead of letting it get buried, you keep shaking it off. You keep moving forward. You keep looking for a new opportunity. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great in you. If your dream wasn't alive and on track, right on schedule to come to pass, you wouldn't have so many things coming against you. That dream is still alive. You may have tried a year ago, 5 years ago, or 40 years ago. Didn't work out. Nobody was there to help you. Go back and try again. This is your time. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling out to you. Can I tell you, your dream is not dead. It's just not in season. Your time is coming. Promotion is coming. Good breaks are coming. Promises you've been standing on. Dreams you've been praying about. Lack is not your destiny. Constantly struggling, barely getting by is not the end of your story. These light afflictions are for a moment. The adversity is temporary. The glory is eternal. Lord, I believe this is my year to get healthy and whole. This is my year to meet the people of my dreams. This is my year to go further in my career, to step into a new level of my destiny. This is my year to accomplish dreams, to break free from this depression. This is my year to meet the right people. This is my year to get healthy and whole. This is your year to see double. This is your year for vindication, for restoration, for new beginnings. Now get your mind going in the right direction.
Here's the secret. The people that do the most with their lives, the people that seem the most self-assured, the ones that seem to embody confidence, the ones that seem to define confidence, they're the ones that had to face down the most fear. They simply didn't linger in it.
Don't hate your competitors. Respect your competitors. Learn from him.
I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I got to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. He said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away. I'm never going to be a hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing.
That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second.
Choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
I believe in manifestation. I believe in putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key.
So we want to get really sensitized, acutely sensitized, sensory acuity, to whether what we're doing is working or not. And by the way, sensory acuity is really the measure of a person's intelligence. What I mean by that is, how do we measure intelligence? Intelligence is a measure of the number and quality of distinctions you have in a given situation.
You can handle this, you just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right, this is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this, other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage a business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you.
You will notice the most successful people in any field, they are usually the ones who have failed more than anybody else. You see the difference between a successful person and everyone else? It's not a lack of strength. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of will.
It's up to you in a world where we're taught to look outside for answers, for a job that will make us happy, for money that will make us happy. The answer is within. We already have it. We already have the answer, but will we unleash it? Will we give it? Will we own it? Will we truly reinvent ourselves to become the people that we're capable of becoming?
The bow too tightly strung is easily broken, says one of the proverbs. Balance is a gorgeous thing. So be monomaniacal in your execution around your high-value targets, your HVTs, your mission plan, but also build in some rewards. And that's going to send a gorgeous message to your conscious and your subconscious mind that, hey, this daily practice of execution around my deliverables is a beautiful thing. And you create this thing called momentum. And the monk who sold his Ferrari, I went back and I saw this recently. I think there's a whole chapter on momentum. And you become like this. I love skiing. You start off small, but as you go down the slope, you pick up momentum. A lot of people say, Robin, where do I start? I want to start a new business. I want to become a better artist. I want to find the love of my life. I want to be a world-class creative. I want to multiply my financial life. Where do I start? You just start. You just start. There's great power in the start. And when you start, life starts supporting you.
Well, God wants us all to be courageous because He knows we'll face times in life and situations and circumstances that it takes more than just a desire. It takes courage. Many people operate on the basis of fear, on the basis of what other people think. We as believers should operate on the basis of courage. Courage to say no when we ought to say no. Courage to say yes when we should say yes. So what kind of courage do you have? Is yours sort of floating between depending on the situation? Or do you know the difference between right and wrong for your life? And you've made up your mind.
yourself one question. Am I a doer or a dabbler? Marketers are doers. They want to sell online and make a profit doing it. Marketers say they make it hard at times, but it's possible. Dabblers say it may be possible, but it's too hard. Marketers have proven plans and frameworks. Dabblers have excuses. Marketers see possibilities. Dabblers see problems. Marketers make it happen. Dabblers let it happen. Marketers sell on Launchcard. Dabblers exist on other platforms. Which are you, a marketer or a dabbler? I am a marketer.
Boom, boom, bam. What's going on, Justin?
Yeah, Greg, how you doing? Good to see you, man.
Yeah. Are you a marketer or are you a dabbler? How many marketers and dabblers we got out there?
Yeah, drop us a marketer in the comments. We'd love to know where you're tuning in from as well. Just put marketer in there and where you're tuning in from. Hey, Mo's out there on YouTube. Good to see you. I know we're streaming to Facebook. We're streaming to LinkedIn. We're streaming to YouTube. And then all three of our X accounts, the Launchcard account, my account, and Greg's X account. So yeah, we're omni-channel, omnipresent here. So good to be with you guys.
Let us know what city you're in. I want everybody to put in the chat box like what city you're listening in from, or state or country or something like that. And we're going to get into it today. Today we're going to do some more launch ad stuff. Do you have an agenda for us?
Yeah, so I figured we start with our traditional mindset minute. Like if you want to share yours and I can share mine. And then from there, I'd like to jump into just highlight some new features that are in launch ads and just, get people using it. And there's two very cool features that I'll be highlighting in the launch ads product. And then, we'll do announcements and then we'll wrap it up. So we might even be able to get out of here in the next, 30, 45 minutes, keep it to that, time frame. And so that's the format for today. Does that sound good to you, Greg?
Yeah, no, and typically I just want to do like one mindset minute. So if you've got one, I have one that I did earlier on my other training, but you go ahead and go with yours. Go for it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so today's mindset minute that I'll talk about it's really the ABCs, right? And sometimes we really need to get back to basics, especially when it comes to, marketing and sales and marketing, they go hand in hand, right? And these are skills that you're always continuously working to improve, right? So if you really focus on the ABCs, I like to call that always be connecting, always be conversing, and always be closing, right? So those are the ABCs. And so the more conversations you have out there online via phone, email, fill in the blank, the more potential conversions you can have, right? So everything starts with the conversation. And, obviously you want to lead with value first. And that's what we try to do at these trainings is really add value, educate, empower. And yeah, so for today's mindset minute is never forget the ABCs, always be connecting, always be conversing, and always be closing. So hopefully those are some helpful tips.
How about this one? Always be consistent.
Yeah.
Right. Consistency, small things done consistently over long periods of time guarantee success. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, that kind of ties into that. What I talked about this morning a little bit was just must-haves, should-haves. They're seeing wants. Well, I want to do that, and I must do that, or I should do that, and I must do that. But I'm going to tie one more thing into what you said, because I want everyone to take this KPI home with them, right? Based on what Justin just said, how many people are seeing your offer for your product or service a day? We're in business to sell stuff, serve people, and earn money, and provide a great product or service to somebody. How many times have somebody seen your stuff today? And if you're e-commerce, you better be getting out there and posting and posting and posting and driving traffic to your store. If you're a marketing guy, or you're building things, or you're selling things, or you're a lawyer, how many times have somebody seen your product or service today? How many prospects? That's a KPI that we can all measure.
I love that. Yeah, that's definitely a pro tip there. And yeah, love that. Love that, Greg. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen if that's all right, Greg.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, and keep an eye on the comments if you don't mind while I'm sharing.
No, I am, and I see your comment, Mo, but I'm not clear on what you're not be able to get into the CRM or launch card. I'll help you out for sure. That's what these calls are for.
Okay, so one thing I want to point everyone to, and this is a fairly new feature here. So let me just kind of make this full screen here. There we go.
Perfect.
So obviously, when you start advertising and running ads, you have your different platforms here that you can go through. But I want to draw your attention to the Creative Hub for a second, because this is definitely something very cool. So you go in. Let's go into Creative Hub, and then you can go into this. It's called the template library. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the template library, and you'll see where I'm going here. So then you can go, okay, well, the platform I'm looking to go with right now is, let's go with Facebook. I love Facebook. Facebook ads are great. Run over 500 in my career, 500 plus. And then we can select our business type. So let's say I'm solar. Right, solar is pretty popular right now. So you can go here, click there. You can even just go right down below. You can hit preview and say, yeah, I want to check that one out. I want to preview that. That's pretty cool. I like that one. And then you can just click on this button that says import. So now that's all ready to go. So if I go back to my creatives here, you can see, boom, it's all ready to go. It's just, the template library gives you the ability to kind of browse things at a glance before you jump in to create your campaign. So then once you import it, then it's ready to go, right? So you can then go in and just create your ad right then and there. Let's do a different one just as another example to see what type of options we have here for different industries, right? So let's say I do like pet services. We're big dog lovers here. No templates found there. Okay, let's try mortgage. I know this is big. Let's see. Oh, here's one, construction. Okay, let's try construction and landscaping. So I'm going to preview this one here. This looks like an image ad. Let's see our ad combinations here. It's about building your dream home. I love that. Yeah, those are some good ones. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and import this. And now I have it right in my creatives right here. So I can go ahead and, click on create ad, and it's ready to go. Right. So super easy. You can browse at a glance. Definitely a useful pro tip there. If you're struggling with coming up with, creative ideas, always go to the Creative Hub. You got your existing creatives here. And then you can use that template library that I just demonstrated, quickly preview it, import it, and obviously, again, make sure you pay attention to the platform of choice, okay? That's the biggest thing. The second feature I really wanted to show you guys, because this is very cool. So you'll notice that you'll have campaigns running based on the different platforms, right? Well, you have the ability now to do what's called an optimization folder. Okay, an optimization folder. And what is an optimization folder? Well, let's see what it says. So we will help optimize ad spend to improve your ad performance. Once you turn this on, you can't add any more ads to this folder until you turn it off. So what you can do, and I created one as an example here. So for launch ads, what you can do is you can put different ad campaigns in one folder, and it's going to automatically optimize all those campaigns. So it's going to look at Facebook, it's going to look at LinkedIn, and it's going to look at Google Display. And then whichever one is performing the best over time in those time frames, that like I'll show you in a second what those time frames look like. But now it's going to automatically optimize across all campaigns using that optimization folder. So that's a big pro tip right there. So
that's crazy smart. That goes back to me. I was talking about how we have our assistant, this artificial intelligence. I always call him our assistant. That's way smarter than I could ever do. I could never do that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I mean, it's incredible. So those are the two big pro tips I wanted to share today, just to highlight them again, because I'll be repurposing this recording here. So again, Creative Hub, very powerful to go into the template library and play around. And not every single one has, templates out there, but, there are like HVAC, right? HVAC. You can see here, this one's pretty cool. This is like a video here. So I can preview that. And then when I like it, I can say, oh yeah, I like that. I'm going to go ahead and import that one. And then you can say create ad, and then go right into your standard, put in your website, put in your campaign name, update some of your targeting, and then, put in your budget, and you're ready to go. So it's really literally that easy, but definitely check out and utilize the Creative Hub section for your template library. It's very, very cool. And then the second one we covered is, again, optimization folders, because this can get very, very messy very quickly and very overwhelming. And so to avoid that, you just create your campaign optimization folder, and, I'd suggest calling it by product. So like, or whatever campaign name you're using, such as like launch ads or, your client name if you're running ads for clients. But whatever product you have, you put that in to a folder, you have all your ad campaigns running in that folder, and it's automatically optimizing and going to choose the best performing ad as a group. So yeah, incredible. It's all about optimization, and it's all about continued improvement and performance improvement. That's what it's all about. And traditionally, for me to do this manually, like, it was very overwhelming. A lot of Excel spreadsheets, a lot of data analysis, a lot of charts, a lot of dashboards, a lot of, in my past life, like that's what I was dealing with in board reports, right? But now it's very simply launch your ads using launch ads, put it into the optimization folder, let the tool do its heavy lifting, and you're really just monitoring things at a glance. Yeah.
So why don't you go into and let's do some over the shoulder and look at the ads that we launched a week ago. And I think I launched a couple retargeting ads a couple days ago, and you look at those and just like analyze them live.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So this was this VV ads retargeting $2 a day from Candace's video testimonial. So let's check that one out. This was a good one that Candace did for us. So you can see, just as I mentioned earlier in the segment, so looking at your results here, you got day one. This is what it happens. Create your ads. It checks them if they're approved. Once they're approved, it's like that first critical week of testing, right? And so the ads start getting views. It's automatically doing its A/B split testing, and your early performance is above benchmarks. It checks off that box. If it's not, this will be red here, and it'll say, hey, sorry, it's not performing. You need to stop it and redo it. So it's very clear. So you can see here, we're in week one. It's been about a week. You can see here our spend right here. And so let's take a look at some. So we spent $7.62. We've gotten only 6 clicks. Our cost per click is below benchmark here for Facebook. So we're at $1.27. Facebook, the benchmark is $1.80. So we're still below benchmark. Click-through rate, we are above benchmark there. So you can see here, Facebook ads 1.75, and this is across industry benchmarks. So there's some other resources out there that actually provide, depending on your industry, right? So if you're in real estate, if you're in legal, if you're in healthcare, like chiropractic, so there's benchmarks for each industry. But what this tool is doing is it's looking at it cross industry benchmarks, right? So across all industries. And there's also benchmarks for, email marketing as well. But so we are beating our benchmark here with 3.66%. This is how many people have reached. Cost per conversion, we haven't had any conversions. The CPM is a little bit on the high side. I like to see that around like 20, but it's still in that testing phase. And then you can see here down below the more detailed view of each performance from each asset here. You can see this is the primary text one. Primary text, video, and the headline. So it's basically breaking it down by type here for us automatically. And then we drop down into the entire ad set itself. So we got one video. This is the destination where it's going. And again, the objective here is retargeting. So as a pro tip here, so if someone's already visited your website, like there's a high likelihood that they're already showing interest, right? And so if you can retarget them for pennies on the dollar and then they end up converting, like that's a win, right? And that's some of like what we call low-hanging fruit, right? Like they've already expressed an interest. We're just putting an ad in front of them that adds more social proof because they already know about launch ads. Now they're going to see a video of Candace. And so it's, moving them, it's gaining that momentum to get them to say, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to sign up, or yeah, I'm going to fill out this lead form and I'm interested, right? Like that's ultimately what we want to achieve here as the business outcome. So
now do me a favor, click on that preview on Facebook button right there. I'll show another pro tip real quick. Is it taking you there? Can you click on it, preview on Facebook?
Oh, yes. Here we go. Yes.
Okay. So here, now I want to notice how many people have liked it. Is that 4? I can't really tell in my eyes.
Yes. 4. Yep.
So click on that. Now you see how there's one that says invite? That Leon liked this post, but he does not a follower of our page. So what we always do to get more mileage out of our ads, this is a pro tip, is you're always going to go preview your ads on Facebook and you're going to click those little like buttons and then you're going to click the invite button and go ahead and click it, Justin. And it's going to send that person a little notification that LaunchCart invited you to like their page. And then if he likes the page, now we got another follower of our page. So that should be done on every ad you always run on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely a good pro tip there. Yep. Yeah. So, and then I'd say the only thing we maybe want to do is put in the URL in here as well.
Yeah, that's
which I thought you did that.
Yeah, click learn more. Where's it taking them? Oh yeah, it's taking them to the website. I normally do that. I messed up there. And you know what else I messed up on? I have the same exact video with the words popping on the screen, and I thought I used that video, but I must not have. So I really want to duplicate this ad. I'd can this ad, duplicate it, get the right video, and then put the URL in the description. And we're going to get more clicks that way.
Yep.
Okay. Must have been late when I did that one. I was tired. Okay, go back to that. Go back to the launch ads.
Okay.
Oh, you quit sharing your screen.
Oh yeah.
You guys
Sorry.
got any questions? And then, hey Mo, I'm looking you up in our database based on what I see here, and I can't find you in our database. So I need you to email support@launchcart.com with your email and everything, and I'll get on it right away. So, was there anything else underneath that we didn't cover on that thing? And what and Justin, what are you looking for there at $2 there? Are you looking that just we're above benchmarks? What feedback can you give somebody that would be actionable insights that you're looking for?
Well, obviously, I'm looking for conversions first and foremost, right? That's the ultimate business goal, and a conversion again for this campaign. And you'll have to remind me, Greg, because you set this up. I think the conversion metric is for them to fill out the form, I would imagine.
Well, no, this is just a retargeting ad, so it's going straight to the sales page. So the conversion would be somebody who buys launch ads.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so with that in mind, monitoring the benchmarks, obviously, and then, just looking for that conversion metric of, how many signups we're getting. And if our return on ad spend is, we're spending, $20-$30 to acquire a customer at 297, like that's a good return on ad spend, right? So those are the metrics I'm typically looking for.
And what the target audience is we did video. So go back to that list where you do advertise, and just I'll show you guys. So scroll down. So the VV is my way of saying video views, right? So and that's probably not even. Does it show the targeting right there? Or do you got to go into it? Because I did start some ads. I think this is it. That's retargeting anybody who watched 25%, 50%, 75%, or 90% of a couple videos that we were running ads to. So it's a very small audience.
It's a very small audience. That's a good call out there. So let's break that down for a second. So yeah, like that's what we call a custom audience, right? And so there's different custom audiences that, Facebook provides us automatically. And video views is definitely a good one, because as we highlighted earlier, anyone that watches 25, 50, 75, or 100% of a video, like they're pretty engaged, right? Especially if the video is 2 minutes or longer, or 2 to 3 minutes is kind of like a sweet spot for some of these. Now, obviously, sometimes you want to have your video ads very catchy, like 10 seconds for reels or 20 seconds for a reel ad. But for the most part, we're trying to build a pool of people who are engaged and really highly interested in the content. And so this video is only like a minute long, that we're retargeting people to. But our original video that we did was 3 to 5 minutes, right? So there's a high likelihood that even though there's not too many people in this list, this pool of people, there's a high likelihood that some of these may convert, soon. Again, we've only been running it for a week. I'm sure if we increase the ad spend to $5 a day, that could give us, some more data. But right now, I'd want to just maybe stop some of these ads here that aren't really, see the performance bad, right? Like it's not getting any activity here. So we may want to but I really want to give it time to get through week 1 before it moves to week 2, because it probably will automatically do that for me. So that's my thinking.
It is automatically doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
It is doing that. And it's a small budget. So, but it already is doing that based on when you throw something up on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or any of these platforms, if it doesn't start getting clicks in the right, if I throw up 3 versions of a split test and one starts getting clicks, the other ones don't, it knows it based on impressions. So it does that for you. Let's go look at the other ad that I did to the left of the one that the Candace. Was it this one? and click on that advertise and then go to results. Oh, you get to it from there too. You know, but the point is we want everyone to learn to go in here and look at your results and then start making some mental notes as to, you know, your cost per thousands, your cost per clicks, your click-through rates, and some of those KPIs to see, you know, what you're getting there. And look at this one with the cost per clicks are higher than the other one, right? Than Candace. What was that video? Go click that video for a second. Let me see. Was that? What is that?
Oh, that's like an AI video ad. Yeah. Which that makes sense why the video is getting more traction with Candace's is because like more social proof, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just like a little video of how to create an ad or do something. Again, retargeting people, reminding them and showing them the technology in action. Small, couple $2 a day budget.
Yeah, and then here's one that I just launched before this call, actually. And it's going to go to a lead form. So these are going to basically be, you know, other marketing professionals who are interested in launch ads. So you can see here's my creative here. Where's the rest of it? Yeah, goal is leads, $2 a day. Let's see if I can see the.
So I would probably do for lead ads, I'd probably do $5 or $10 a day.
Yeah. Yeah. So what questions do you guys have? We'd love to, you know, jump into it here. Again, like these are definitely some pro tips with the template library and the folder optimization. You know, these are fairly new things. So would love to hear from you guys, you know, what questions you have. And yeah. And again, just to highlight this is significantly a reduction in not only cost, traditional cost, when, you know, before launch ads, like the cost would have been highly significant when it comes to, you know, managing this manually on each platform individually. So not only the cost savings, but also the time savings, right? So the real big problems that launch ads solves is, number one, you know, the time savings that you achieve. And then number two is really the cost savings that's associated with it. So we recommend getting started. If you have like, you got to have at least like $5 a day to get started in your ads, right? We're talking to a potential client that they have a product. It's like an organic pepper, right? So this would be perfect to, like, you know, get his product onto Launchcart and then start running some ads for the pepper direct to consumer. But then also he has another like wholesale division as well. So yeah. So what questions do you guys have? I mean, if there's going to be no more questions, I mean, I think we can maybe wrap up early here because, you know, I got plenty of projects to work on. I know Greg does as well. And then I do want to make one announcement about Vegas, upcoming Vegas. I want to drop that link in the chat for everyone, Greg, if that's okay. Your video that you did about Vegas. Okay.
You guys got to come see us and meet us and hang out with us in Vegas. It's going to be the event of the year.
It's a special Elvis 55-year anniversary. And that's going to be like the entertainment, and then Launchcart is one of the sponsors, and, you know, Greg's going to be speaking. Our chief operating officer, Jeff, is going to be speaking as well. So here's the link. I'm going to drop it in the chat for you guys. I highly encourage you guys to just watch this quick video. Greg's giving a quick highlight about the event. and then ways that you guys can attend potentially as our guests for free. So definitely make sure you check that out. We'd love to see you at the end of July, and we'll be going there. And yeah, I would love to meet everyone in person. So definitely consider it. And it'll be indoors, so it's going to be hot out there for sure. But it'll be indoors, nice and air conditioned. So yeah.
All right, cool. No, it's just some good little trainings, little nuggets of gold that you guys got to learn. And let me know, do you guys find this helpful? Give us on a scale of a 1 to 10, 10 being very, very, very helpful, 1 being not so much. Go ahead and post your thoughts in there, and let us know how helpful. Yeah, we want to see you too, Mo. Come on over. So it'd be awesome. And it's a free guest pass. I got you guys a free guest pass.
Awesome. 10. All right. Hey, thanks, Mo. And that's what's his name? Morgan. His name's Morgan. Yeah. Hey, Morgan. Yeah, we'd love to see you as well. Thanks for tuning in. I don't see any of my X people on here today. X people, are you out there? This is Justin and Greg here. We'd love to drop a 1 if you're listening in from X. Francine is out there. Good to see you, Francine. Deidre Jerkins is out there. Good to see you. Florida, I think that's coming up like a different event in Florida in the coming future, right, Greg?
Florida?
Yeah, Deidre said, did we say something about Florida before? No, Vegas.
No, I haven't said anything about Florida.
Okay.
I am going to Florida, but I was invited to a mastermind.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, yeah, we'll keep doing these. Again, just put it on your calendar, and you'll get the email reminders. You'll get the text message reminders, of course, for me. But just put it on your calendar if you don't have it already. Every 3:30 Pacific, every Tuesday, is the launch ads training live, where we'll be doing Q&A. We'll be showing, like I just showed you, 2 cool pro tips there. And so we'll be tackling it every single Tuesday at 3:30 Pacific. There's plenty to go through. Again, super simple platform, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys on the next one.
Thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate you. Wake up every day with the attitude of gratitude and tell somebody you love them. We're signing off.
Bye, guys.